So we finally know how the Reapers look. However, there's still a lot that we don't know. We don't know where the Reapers stay, we don't know why they want to kill Maggie, and we don't know who they are. Or do we? In today's video, I'll be convincing you that Elijah is a Reaper, or was involved with them in some way. Of course, before we do begin, make sure you subscribe so that you're the first to see my videos. So a couple of days ago when we first got that Season 11 promo trailer, the look of the Reapers was revealed. Before this we had only heard of the Reapers, and we had just one appearance to go by in episode 17 of Season 10. He didn't say much apart from Pope marked you. This odd character gave off many different signals, from the weird, almost unidentifiable accent, from the military gear, the military clothes, and then blowing himself up rather than just succumbing to Maggie, or just giving them information. You've got to commend Maggie for something though, she stayed calm.
Who are you?
Your boy just said who they were.
We know who did it. Goddamn Reapers.
Christ. It's like Rick if he was a school caretaker. What we know is that Maggie had never seen this particular person before, but she might have known who the Pope was. She seemed scared, but it's hard to figure out whether that is confusion at who the Pope is, or if she's just realised why they're actually after her. And it's something she never even discusses with Daryl, but could just keep to herself.
Pope walked you.
So after looking at this strange encounter, we can now compare it to the actual Reapers and how they look, now that it's been officially revealed. The reveal seemed to show 11 Reapers, all wearing black or dark clothes, all wearing sinister masks, all wielding their own signature weapons, and some of them being quite melodramatic. Now, none of these look even a bit similar to the person that we saw in episode 17 of season 10. But they do look like Elijah. Now, I touched on this being a possibility back in my trailer breakdown, but I really just left it there. I didn't want to make a whole video on it just yet, and to grab it with both hands, until I saw this post. This is from the Walking Dead Universe Network on Instagram. Now, I don't really like fan pages and stuff like that, but this is an actual informative account that posts informative posts, so I like it. And he sent it to me, and it pretty much expanded what I said in my trailer breakdown, and I really like how he put it. He says, the real reason that the Reapers are after Maggie and her people with such relentless force is because Elijah was a Reaper that defected to Maggie's people. I believe that Elijah was a Reaper. The reason I believe this is because in the recent season 11 teaser we saw flashes of the Reapers, and all of them have a mask similar to Elijah's. This would give the Reapers and this Pope character good reason to pursue Maggie's group. They want to kill the traitor that left them, and the reason that they want to get to Maggie so badly, and the reason she's been marked, is because they want to use her to get to Elijah. If you wonder why Elijah would leave the Reapers, I think it's because of his sister. It was mentioned he recently lost his sister. I think his own group caused her death. Yeah, for me, since we first saw the Reapers and how they looked and I connected it to Elijah, the first thing that I thought of was his sister. And it's got motorcycle club / mafia written all over it. You can't just all of a sudden leave one day. It definitely seems like Elijah's sister fled because of what her and Elijah had to do. They were with the Reapers, and so she ran away, because when you're in the Reapers, you have to kill is what they do. We've seen it's their belief. The thing is, if Elijah is some rogue Reaper, there's more of a chance that he knew a lot more about what was going on in episode 17. For example, this scene alone, when Elijah, Cole and Kelly split up from Daryl and Maggie, he looks back as if he knows what's about to happen to them. That he knows he's just led them to an attack. And like I said in my trailer breakdown, yeah, we saw he was scared, but what if it's for all the wrong reasons? It is a lot like what we saw with Dante, with even Cole telling Maggie to stop where they are. They were both tagging along with Maggie, telling her to stop, don't go any further, because it's where they've planned this attack.
Hey, we found more for shelter about 10 miles east.
Too far out of the way.
We might not hit anything else before dark.
Let's keep going.
And when they do set up camp in those containers, Cole and Elijah were already up. They were up before Daryl and Maggie. And then after a short distance walk, they happened to see smoke in the distance. It's also interesting to note that there's 11 Reapers that we saw in the reveal. Elijah would make 12 disciples. The 12 disciples are also known as the 12 apostles. And it's a team that Jesus brought together to tell the world about our inherent divine nature. And each one of the disciples represent the fundamental aspects or faculties that embody our divine nature. Of course, that's extremely over the top for The Walking Dead, but that's what this group seems to be. They do seem quite pretentious, walking around like they're about to go paintballing and acting like the world owes them something with their messages on the wall. I was researching the other meanings of the word Reaper and seeing what other villains there were. And funnily enough, just by typing in Reaper, a comic by Robert Kirkman came up with the same name. Robert Kirkman did of course create The Walking Dead, so it was alarming, but that's not just it. After searching for Robert Kirkman Reaper to find out more about that comic series, another Robert Kirkman comic series came up that just happens to be called Pope. Reaper, Pope. There is a whole series of issues of comics called Battle Pope. Now, the description of his comic Reaper is Lord Chirac, with the power of his ancient gem, is the ruler of the known world. All live in fear of this brutal tyrant. It is said that Chirac is indestructible and has lived for over 400 years. The people of his kingdom have come to live with the fact that he may never be defeated. Reaper is the deadliest assassin in all the land. His price is high, but his blade is unmatched and worth twice the cost. A mysterious figure for reasons unknown has hired Reaper to assassinate Lord Chirac so that he may rule. Dark forces are at work here as Reaper becomes a pawn in a game that could very well mean the end of all life as we know it. Sounds familiar.
Pope walked you.
Could this be inspired by Reaper and Battle Pope? I mean, Battle Pope is a really satire comic. That's why I didn't read it all dramatically and shit. But spoilers for Battle Pope, he actually gets given the option to stay in heaven, but he chooses to stay on Earth and protect it. And Reaper literally describes what happened in episode 17. A mysterious figure hired this assassin to go and kill Maggie. Pope marked her. It was like a bounty hunt. And whereas I first thought he blew himself up so that he didn't reveal anything and he was just dedicated to his cause, if he was hired, then he actually probably did it, because he knew that even if Maggie spared him, he'd have a much worse fate. The first thing that I thought of when I saw how the Reapers actually looked were a group in Dead by Daylight called the Legion. It's literally a group of teenagers with black hoodies, masks, and knives. These are kids that never felt belonging in life, so when they kill they get adrenaline and a feeling of ownership from it. So they're literally just psychopaths, there's nothing special about them apart from that. And that's what I'm getting with the Reapers. I do think they're just pretentious. Yeah, there's a much deeper meaning. It's really extreme for The Walking Dead to talk about the 12 disciples, but it's just what these characters seem to be preaching. It doesn't mean they are that serious. They could just get wiped out, and that's what I think is going to happen. Remember, it's essentially going to lead to the Commonwealth taking them out. It seems the show's just added this as something to get them out of Alexandria, something that gives them more trouble. Their bark is already a lot worse than their bite. I do like the Reapers, there's nothing I complain about right now because we literally have not seen them apart from a 5-minute scene in episode 17 and in this trailer. But I do think I'd prefer just some rebound whisperers, because I think it's really crappy how they just disappeared. Just because their biggest herd weapon, which was like their secret weapon, got taken out, they just disappeared. So they must have all assumed the beta died, because they didn't all see it. And this herd that they didn't even touch in the first place, the remainder of the Whisperers were in a camp. They're all gone. We didn't see them all die, we saw some of them die. The other 100 of them just vanished. So I think it would be a lot better. But what do you think? Do you think Elijah really is or was a Reaper? Is he working with them? Is Cole working with them? Is he on the run from the Reapers? Who do you think the Pope is? When do you think we'll see the last of the Reapers? comment down below and let me know what you think. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you press the like button. It will help me out and get this video seen by more people. If so, then check out my other videos. Check out this one for all the latest on the confirmed Clementine sequel. She's getting her own comic series, and then hopefully after that, something to do with Robert Kirkman, her own animated episode possibly. And check this one out for all the latest on the first Rick Grimes movie, where we look at pictures of where Rick Grimes has actually been. And of course, make sure you subscribe so that you're the first to see my videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.